salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, from Jahiliyah to Islam. Respectable to Mr. Holis Wahyu Prasetyo as the Chief of the Examiner, respectable to Mr. Zanur as Examiner 1, respectable to Miss Nurasia as the Examiner 2, respectable to Miss Rifnatul Fauzia as my supervisor, respectable to Miss Mutiasari as my tutor and all of teacher in this room. I'm standing here, I would like to explain you about my paper under the title The Law of Online Buying and Selling in an Islamic Perspective. Okay, here we go for the first chapter 1, Introduction. A background of the research. So, in these modern times, people are prepared of buying and selling transaction in any case. As we know that buying and selling is one of the deeds or activities that may be carried out and permitted in Islamic religion. As Allah said in the Holy Book of the Quran. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alladzina yaquluna riba la yaqumuna illa kama yaqulu alladzi yataqabatu syaitan minal mas. Dzalika bi annahum qalu innamal bai'u mislu riba wa halallahu al-bai'a wa harrama riba. Faman ja'ahu mau'izatan min rabbih fantaha falahu ma salaf wa amruhu ila Allah. Faman ala faulaika hum ashabun nar hum fiha khalidun. But in this time, people are preferred to be buying and selling online because it is easier, instantly, and also guaranteed. Okay, B. Definition of key terms. The first, what is meant by online buying and selling transaction. The second is what step we can take to selling and buying online or to be legal and valid according to the Islamic perspective. And the third, how to selling and buying online transaction in view of Islamic law. The C. Purpose of research. The first, to find out of the definition of selling and buying online. The second, to find out what steps we can take to selling and buying online are to be legal and valid according to Islamic perspective. And the third, to find out online buying and selling transaction in view of Islamic law. D. Use of the research. The first, provide information to readers to find out the law of buying and selling online. The second, guide knowledge about how to buy online, that is a law in an Islamic perspective. And the third, adding to our faith and science regarding the Shariat of Islam, especially in the area of buying and selling. The next is Chapter 2, Discussion. So, A. Definition of selling and buying online. Selling and buying has existed since our ancestors, but in that time, the selling and buying does not use the money, but exchange between the goods to another, between the one good to another one. But it's so difficult, so the people treat the money as the legal payment. Definition of selling and buying online itself is a binding agreement through the internet between the seller as the selling the good and the buyer as the paying the price of the good sold. to buy online according to the Islamic perspective. Online buying and selling has is divided into four kinds. The first is good that are trade is legal. Rasulullah SAW said in the hadith, indeed, if Allah has called over a person to eat something, surely he is also appreciated with the result of the sale. Second is clarity of status. The goods being traded must have a clear of status, whether the good is belong to us or we are able to bring the goods. And the third is price compatibility with quality of goods. The price of the good must be compatibility with quality of the good, so that the buyer is not disappointed. And the last, honesty in buying and selling online. Both of the party must be trustworthy. Don't let the seller don't send the good or the buyer is not pay the remaining payment. And for the last is the law of selling and buying online in an Islamic perspective, in an Islamic view. Buying and selling online is allowed in Islam as long as the seller and the buyer meet some of the conditions and steps. Here are some conditions that can be met. The first is not to violate Islamic provision, as do not lie. The second is the seller and buyer must have an agreement if in the future has happens undesirable. And the third, no element of fraud. So buying and selling is valid as long as they don't violate Islamic provision. The lie or the good must be intact or no disability. Even if there is, the buyer's money must have be returned. Okay, for the last chapter is closing. A conclusion. Online buying and selling transaction in view of Islamic law can be concluded in details as follows. The first definition of buying and selling online is a binding agreement through the internet between the seller and the selling the good, and the buyer as the party paying the price of the goods sold. The second, online buying and selling step according to Islamic perspective. Good that are trade is legal. Clarity of status, price compatibility with the quality of good, and honesty in selling online. The third, online buying and selling transactions are legitimate as long as they do not violate the buying and selling, and the absence of lies or lying or fraud in the process. Even if there is, then the buyer money must be returned. And B, suggestion. As religious Muslim, it will not hard for us to pray, but to pray in the manner that has been advocated in Islam, as taught by the Messenger of Allah and previous friend. And there are also things that really need to be noticed when want to go into online business, because when we go into online business, there will be loss of temptation and challenge. How we should do business according to Islamic corridors. Therefore, we must be more careful. Don't because you want to get a lot of money and then block all kinds of ways. As long as we do business online according to Islamic principles and benefit others, God willing, the money we get will be a blessing. The author realized that there are still many shortcomings in making this sensitive paper. Advice and input from friends will be very helpful in perfecting this scientific paper. So I think enough here my explanation.
Okay, Damili SDF. Yeah, Damili SDF. It's time to Q&A, question and answer. We ask you some questions. I have to answer what we ask you. First, the law of online buying and selling from Islamic perspective. Okay. What do you want to do with your title? I mean, you have a background of problem, of course, but finally, after finishing your paper, you want to know what do you want to do with your paper.
Because in these modern times, people are prefer to selling and buying online. But in selling and buying online, that has steps to be legal. But the people don't know that the selling online has step and condition. So I want to explain what is the step and the condition to selling and buying online according to Islamic Sharia.
According to Sharia or Islamic law, yeah. Okay, that's your and that's your answer. And next question is about do you know the term of Islamic term for this case? Especially in fiqh. Did online buying and selling it has special term in Islamic law?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is it?
Because the selling and buying is that has since Rasulullah era, and this is online, and this is buying and selling is allowed and permit in Islam religion.
So it is okay to sell and buy using online.
This can, but we must meet the step and the condition of that.
So permit, but based on the condition, right? Or it is allowed to do it based on condition. Okay, the last. What is that condition?
The condition is divided into four kinds.
Four kinds.
Four
Yeah.
kinds. The first is good that are trade is legal. The second is clarity of status. The third is the price compatibility with quality of goods. And the last is honesty and selling and buying online.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ramzan.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mandy, how do you feel after the presentation?
I don't know, sir.
How do you feel?
It's not too bad, sir.
Can you close your paper? Close it. You don't need it. Close your screen. Alright. Could you please mention your title?
Excuse me, sir. Can I beg your pardon, sir?
Yeah, of course.
What?
Could you please mention what is your title, your favorite title?
The law of selling and buying online in an Islamic perspective.
Reading in your paper, I'm interested to ask you about the background of the research. Here, you wrote about one hadith, Innama bu'ithu bi'utamima makarimul akhlaq. Alright? What is the correlation with your title and this hadith? Talking about akhlaq, about attitude. What is the correlation?
No, sir, that is in the first I said about the Islam, and the Islam is sent to the Rasulullah to fix the attitude.
Yeah.
So I write the hadith
So you mean this hadith?
according to the Islam, sir.
This hadith doesn't relate to your title? No. So this hadith out of your research, right?
Yes, sir.
So you don't need to write it. Anything what you write in your paper must has a correlation with your title. You understand? Now, talking about online buying is very dangerous topic and still in debate. Why do you choose this title?
Because now the time are filled with all technological equipment. So the people choose to do everything easily and instantly, as buying and selling online. But selling and buying online has some condition and steps that are beneath so to be the legal transaction. But many people don't know about this, so I explain.
Okay. Have you ever bought something via online?
Yes, sir.
What kind of blockchain? Huh?
The clothes, sir.
Clothes. What is it? Clothes.
The clothes.
Something like Lazada, Shopee.
Shopping.
How to know? Here for example, in Shopee or Lazada, so many merchant. You know merchant? The person who do the sale or seller. Okay. How to know this merchant seller is honest? So many cases that happen now. Maybe liners or something like that. How do we know and how do we choose the correct seller to do the transaction?
We don't know that the seller is honest or no, but the seller must be honest. If selling the good or the item. If the seller is not honest, that means the step is not complete. So the transaction is invalid, sir.
Yeah. That in seller's perspective. What about in buyer's perspective? You are as buyer, right? You want to do some transaction, you want to buy something in Lazada, and you don't know this seller is honest or not. How can we do that transaction and it has a big risk,
If in the Shopee or Lazada or others, that maybe have that maybe under the
Shopee's responsibility. So if we have a wrong guy, we have a wrong seller to buy, so Shopee will protect us. That's what I mean.
That's because
so confident, this title can be an interesting one to present in front of us.
Because I think many of people here even buy and or sell online. But I think maybe there's one of the seller or another people that is lie or does not know about the step and about the steps and the condition that can be made to be legalization.
The last question. After doing this research, where will you bring your paper to research until all of people in this world know about the way to do the good transaction? Where will you bring and where will you submit your research?
For the first, maybe I must submit to this boarding school, and maybe if I can, I will put in the Google or another thing, maybe sir.
Alright. We are waiting for that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think enough here about my explanation. Thank you for your attention and sorry for my mistake. And terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum.